What's up everybody, it's RJ with Twin Halos, and this is what I've learned on my first 25-mile cycling event. So I was able to complete 25 miles in an hour and 31 minutes. Now I felt like my fitness was okay to go all the way through this 25 miles, which is why I signed up for it the night prior, which brings me to the first thing that I learned. Prep your bike 2 days prior to the event. So the reason why I say 2 days prior is because around these events, a lot of people go to prep their bikes. And if you're one of the later ones that get there, some of the inventory that's gonna be for your bike may not be there. So that's why I say 2 days ahead, because now you gotta go to another cycle shop in order to get whatever parts you may need, which was an issue that I had. The tubes that I bought, the stems were too small and I couldn't get them through my wheel. So I had to go to another cycle shop that had different size stems and tubes. So that was a headache, and that's why I say 2 days prior, make sure your bike is prepped, washed, and it's ready to go 2 days prior to the event. Also, when prepping your bike, you want to make sure that you have a roadside kit with you. That way you can maybe fix something on the bike, repair a tube, or replace a tube. That way you can get back on your bike and you're not stranded out there at the event. So make sure you have a roadside kit with you. Second thing that I learned about this event is I went and got fitted for a new saddle for my road bike. Now, prior to this event, I was constantly riding my bike with a mountain bike seat, thinking that more cushion is going to equal more comfort. That unfortunately was not the case. Once I went to the cycle shop and got fitted for a seat, it was more so about the shape of the seat that was more comfortable. And once I bought the new seat prior to this ride, I was able to cruise 25 miles and not really feel uncomfortable when on the bike. So tip number 2, get fitted for a new saddle. Tip number 3 is get to the event on time. I got there late, so by the time I got there, I couldn't find parking. Finally found it, had to ride my bike to the starting gate. Come to find out, they had already left 5 minutes prior to me getting to that starting gate, and then I took off. So I'm behind everybody, and now my pace in my head, thinking that I have to catch up to everyone. This wasn't a race, this was just like a fun ride, but in my head, I was racing everybody. So make sure that you are getting there on time. That way you can find parking, you can warm up properly, and then start with everybody in the group. Which leads me to tip number 4, which is pacing is crucial. Because I got there late, I felt like I was behind everybody, so I had to haul ass to catch up to everyone. But your pacing is crucial. That way you have enough energy to start and finish 25 miles. So my pacing, I started out really quick and had to pull the reins back after about mile 3. Kept a steady pace throughout the entire ride. And then once I was about 4 miles out from the finish, I was drafting behind a couple people, and then I decided I was gonna take off because I wanted to finish sooner than these people. Again, it wasn't a race, but I was racing. So as I sprinted past these people, I depleted all my energy. I dragged for the last 3 miles all the way to the end, and the people that I was behind ended up passing me right at the finish line. So your pacing is crucial as you go through these 25 miles. Make sure that you have a good pace all the way through. So fifth thing that I learned is to prep the food that you bring if you're going to bring something. So something like an energy bar, what you want to do is cut the end of the packaging and leave the food in the packaging and then just stuff it into your cycling jersey. I unfortunately didn't do that. I had food, but I didn't want to ride and try to rip open the packaging. Even if I was going to use my teeth, I didn't want to sacrifice falling, and plus I was only riding for an hour and a half. If I was riding longer, I probably would have pulled over, eaten, and then taken off again. But if I was racing, it's not something I would want to do. So make sure that if you're going to bring food, you prep it to eat it on the go, and make sure that you're drinking calories if you're going to be consuming water. So what I mean by that is make sure that you've got Gatorade or some kind of electrolytes in your water. That way you're able to rehydrate and continue riding the length of the event. So those are the 5 things that I learned on my 25-mile cycling event. Now, granted, it wasn't a race, but I'm glad I did this so I can know how to prep if I was going to race. So what else would you prep for when riding 25 miles? Let me know in the comments below. So I hope you found this informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Other than that, that's it for me. I'm RJ with Twin Halos, and I will see you guys in the next video.